Hello everyone, welcome to Indian School of Physics. Guys, today's video is a very special one and we will see how a top ranker looks at physics problem. So this problem is framed by one of the student who is INPHO qualified and KVPY All India rank 6. He is JEE 2022 aspirant and he qualified INPHO in class 10th. Name of this problem is the dancing ray, and you have to judge whether this problem is from optics or from gravitation. So alright, so I'll just reveal his name because he is kind of the Batman in Discord servers. Not many people know about him, though they know him by his nickname. So it is Pro Electro, and you'd have those who are actively using Discord. Probably they all will be familiar of this person, Pro Electro, and he frames very amazing problems. So real name of him is Pritesh Mehta, and he qualified INPHO in class 10th, and we will see a very good rank from him in JEE 2022 as well. And he is also KVPY scholar. He got All India rank 6. So this is the problem framed by him. A ray of light is having equation y equal to b far away from the origin. Due to change in refractive index, it bends a bit and then again reaches far away from the origin. Find the deviation occurred due to the change in medium. So this mu as a function of r is given, radial function is given. So mu is equal to root of 1 plus 2k by r. This is the function given, and here r is the radial distance from the origin and k is a constant. So I have added another part in this. What will be the trajectory of this light ray? And diagram will somewhat look similar to this. This is the xy coordinate, and this is the distance b, which is mentioned in this problem. So far away from infinity, and again it is going till infinity. So let's discuss this problem here. So concept wise, we can use Snell's law for radial variation, and I have derived this result earlier in the channel and in one of the Pathfinder problem. So we obtain this result as mu r into sine theta equal to constant. In class notes also you can see this. So mu r into sine theta equal to constant, where sine theta will be the angle of incidence, right? And you can check the link of this derivation in the I button and or in the description of the videos also. So let's find the value of constant first. How much this value of this constant will be? So I can write this mu r as let's square it. So mu r square I can write as 1 plus 2k by r. Now here you can see, if I consider circle at infinity, so you can see this will be the angle of incidence at this point. So sine theta I can write this as b by r infinity. This is r infinity, right? Though it is infinite, but I am calling it as r infinity. So as r tending to infinity, you can see this mu r is tending to 1. So now I can use that relation mu r into sine theta equal to a constant, and sine theta is b by r infinity I am writing. So you can see here this is going to be 1, and this will be r infinity, and this will be sine theta I. So this constant we are going to get as b. So now this rule is going to be mu r into r sine theta is equal to constant b. So this method I am going to use the optics logic for this, and then you will see a very beautiful solution given by Pritesh in this case. And I mean, it's very difficult to think. So you'll be saying wow after seeing that solution. So anyways, here now we have derived this result. So let's move ahead. Now I'm considering any two layers. Let's say this radius is r, and here angle of incidence is I, and then at another point this radius is r minus dr, and here angle of incidence will become I plus di. And in this time, this line joining is rotating by angle of d theta. All right, and finally this light ray goes somewhat like this. So let's see here. So if you see this small triangle here, I can take tan of I plus di. I can write this as rd theta divided by dr, right? and you can say as I increases, this r decreases, so I'm using this minus sign here, minus dr I'm writing, that's the reason. So if you see, this I can approximate as tan I is equal to minus r d theta by dr, and d theta we are going to get minus of dr by r tan I. Now from this earlier relation which we have derived, sin I we know it is going to be b by mu r into r. So mu r value is known to you. So if you substitute this mu r value here and tan I value, if you substitute in this equation, we are going to get d theta is equal to minus dr by r b by root of mu r square times r square minus b square. Now if I substitute the value of mu r and simplify this, this is the relation which I am going to get here. Alright, after this let's analyze this situation one more time. So if you see, when this light ray is coming from infinity and finally it is going to another infinity also, so this is one line and this is finally the final direction here. So you can see here, this is the initial direction of light ray and this is the final direction. So this will become the angle of deviation. This angle we have to calculate. Now if you see here clearly, initially this is the line joining, and after some time this angle d theta keeps adding here, keeps adding, and finally so this angle it will be d theta by 2, or you can say total delta theta by 2, or double of this I can say this is nothing but delta theta. Alright, so this remaining angle here I can write pi minus delta theta by 2, because overall this angle is pi, and just now we have seen the line joining origin and this line, this where initially this light is, or in this diagram the rotation of this angle. So integral d theta overall in this half, if you take from infinity till here, this is going to be delta theta by 2. So this remaining angle is pi minus delta theta by 2. Similarly, I can say this angle is also pi minus delta theta by 2 by symmetry. So overall delta value I can write pi minus this line, pi minus double of pi minus this angle, which is double of this. So when I solve this, I'll be getting delta is equal to delta theta minus pi. Alright, and in this process, when it is covering this entire angle of delta theta by 2, this distance is r minimum. So integral d theta will go from 0 to delta theta by 2, and limit of r will go from infinity to r minimum. Alright, let's find out this r minimum here. So you can say at r minimum, you can see here, this is the normal and this is the incident light ray, red color one. So this angle of incidence becomes 90 degree and r is r minimum. So you can write here, this will become 1 plus 2k by r times r minimum into sin 90 is equal to b. When I simplify this, I'll be getting this r minimum as root of b square plus k square minus k. And when I simplify this, I'm not showing the maths here, it's painful slightly, but you will be getting delta theta by 2 is equal to pi by 2 plus 2 tan inverse of k by b. So from here I can write delta theta total deviation delta as delta theta minus pi. When I simplify this, I get a very clean answer here. Delta is equal to 2 tan inverse of k by b. It is slightly mathematical approach here. Let's see another approach for this problem. Now this is the solution given by Pritesh here. So mu r into sine theta equal to b. So let's consider a case of particle approaching a fixed mass from infinity with impact parameter b. So those who are regular visitor of this channel, they will remember that we have discussed that alpha particle scattering deviation case. The similar problem we can have in gravitation also for the total angle of deviation, and we use impulse momentum theory. So I'll share the link of that video also. It's quite important concept here. And so with impact parameter b, let's assume the particle follows the same trajectory as the light ray. We can use conservation of angular momentum and energy, which will give us a clear idea about this light ray path, right? So if I apply this, I can write at any r mvr into r sine theta. R perpendicular will become r sine theta, and that will be equal to at infinity m v naught b. All right. Now, luckily this b by r sine theta is mu r. So my relation of velocity at r, this is v naught, and it is mu r. Mu r, we know, which is given in the problem here. So if I try to relate these two, Vr square is equal to v naught square into mu r square. When I substitute this equation, I'll be getting, and it looks somewhat familiar to me. If you think about this is nothing but the energy conservation equation in gravitation. If I bring this half here and multiply with mass m, you see, if I apply energy conservation, initially half mv naught square, distance is infinity, and finally at a distance of r, velocity is vr, so half mvr square, and potential energy will become minus gmm by r. Alright, now m gets cancelled, or this formally finally equation we are going to get. If you compare this equation and this equation, I hope they look familiar to you, and that's the reason this becomes a very smart solution in my opinion. And here we can just compare and we can find the value of gm by v naught square. This is the value of k. So those who are familiar with this problem, they will write the answer of this problem straight away, because it's a standard case. However, I'll recommend students to remember this deviation produced in case of masses, or in case of charges, this formula also you can remember, so that in exam you can save a lot of time here. So tan delta by 2 is nothing but gm by v naught square divided by b, and this value we have calculated, this becomes k by b. So here delta is nothing but 2 tan inverse of k by b. Alright, I have given the link for this derivation also, if you want to see how exactly we derive. This video already we have solved in channel. So in case, suppose this was the case of two positive charges, then the formula of this will become, you can see here, gmm, so this will become kqq by mass of approaching particle into v naught square into impact parameter. This how this formula will come. So guys, I will suggest, if you can remember this formula for gravitation as well as in case of electrostatics for charges, this will save a lot of effort of you, and it is kind of, it will be reduced to a JEE advanced level of problem. Otherwise this problem in my opinion is quite tough. So I'll recommend, again, you must remember this result. So directly we can get this answer as delta is equal to 2 tan inverse of k by p. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you. Thanks for watching it. And guys, I think Pritesh has some YouTube channel also, so I'll recommend you can have a look at his channel. I don't know how much active he is, and if you want more problems from Pritesh, just let me know. He has shared a lot of problems which are quite relevant for JEE purpose, and also there are a lot of problems which are Olympiad oriented. So if you want to see those problems in this channel, let me know. Again, this video should give a lot of motivation to you, because such kind of kids are very rare. So that's it in this video. See you soon.